Hello everybody, this is Brian with BackStage360. We're at the Fender exhibit at NAMM 2016, and we are with Rick Hines from Fender. He's the product development manager. Rick, thanks for taking some time with us.
Yeah, absolutely, my pleasure.
So you've got some new product, and I think one of them is called the Elite Series. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the guitar I have in my hand is actually an Elite Strat. It's our newest of the new. It's our most updated of the updated. You know, we've kind of taken a look at these guitars that we've had in the past, and they're really with players in mind. They're very player-centric. Okay, this isn't about paying homage to the past. This is about helping players play better and more comfortable. So all the features that we've included in these add to that, okay? So when I say that, there are simple features and then there are more complex ones. One of the easiest ones to notice is actually right there. You can adjust the truss rod from the front. If you've ever had a vintage Strat, you know how hard it is to take off the back plate, turn it, not right, keep doing it.
Strat.
Yeah, so then you understand what I'm saying. So doing something like this makes it very simple. It's got a compound radius neck, nice C up here, down to D. It's got locking tuners. It's also got stagger tuners to keep the string pitch angle really good. Also, even a new string tree here, just a little more aerodynamic. If you look on the back, you see this nice cut here. Makes it very easy to get up here if you're playing high on the neck. It's got the Shawbucker, and then these are new noiseless pickups for this year, okay? So Michael Frank Braun has been working really hard on these for the Strats and the Telecasters.
Now you've got the noiseless pickups. Talk about that just a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's always the constant pursuit of finding the clarity that people love from their original single coils, but losing that 60-cycle hum that everyone dislikes. So it's always a fine line. There's always things you have to be careful. So every year, you know, we work at it hard, and Michael Frank Braun is one of those, like, you know, amazing, pickup makers. So, you know, that's his goal, is to go about finding, you know, building the better pickup that's going to be noiseless, cut down on all that noise that guitars hate, but still have all the features, you know, in a Strat pickup that they like.
Now you've got a few little diddlies down here on the floor. I think we can get a little video of that down there. What have you got going on down there? And
well, honestly,
what
I
do
will
we got?
say about the pedalboard, this is my personal pedalboard, and I brought it mostly just to highlight the amplifiers, because if someone asked, are they pedal friendly, how does it sound with blah blah blah, I wanted to have it here. But for the most part, when I'm talking about the bass breakers, I'm playing them just straight out as they are, so people can hear the sound of them.
So are they pedal friendly?
In a short answer, yes. Yes.
Can you give us a little sample of what that might be?
Yeah, well, I'll just give you like a brief overview of what's going on, because the thing about the bass breakers is they start back to the heritage of the original bassman. That's where it starts. You know, people love that. Well, I should say guitarists love that, even though it's a bass amp. And about 10 years ago, we did something where we actually combined the Bassman circuit in an amp that had two 12-inch speakers as opposed to four 10s. And it had a little bit of an American flair and it had a little bit of a British flair. And it was called a bass breaker. And it was combining, you know, the word bassman with the term blues breaker that other people had used, bass breaker. So further on, you know, we make all these great amps that have 6V6s, 6L6s, that classic Fender sound. But, you know, guitarists are always searching for new sounds, new tones. It's not always just one sound, it's several sounds. So for us, we use that as an opportunity to expand upon the idea of, like, what if Leo in the 50s or in the 60s started talking to Eric Clapton? What if he started talking to people like that, as opposed to country guys? Where would Fender amps have gone? So that's kind of the idea behind this. So with the bass breakers, we have the 45, which is the flagship, the 1830, the 15, and the 7. Now, or the 007. And those numbers correspond to how many watts they are. The 45 is really the one that starts with the bass breaker idea, and then the others actually go in another direction. But it's a direction of, you know, more gain, different tubes, different speakers. It's a very, very different sort of feel and sound than the standard Fender amplifiers.
Now, is that the George Benson model that I believe you just came out with that?
Yeah, we have that out as well. We did a signature model Hot Rod Deluxe with him a couple years ago. It did very well, and we know that he's always touring, so he wanted something a little bit louder for bigger, you know, auditoriums where he's playing. So we discussed it. and we did the cosmetics that we know he likes, but we realized that that wasn't going to be just enough. We wanted to do something a little special. So what we did is we actually reduced the weight of the cabinet, and we put neodymium speakers in it, some Jensens. We cut 13 pounds off of that amplifier. So if you're a twin player, then your back will thank you from that. But I will say, it's a great sounding amp. The neodymium speakers have a really great full frequency response. If you're a pedal steel player, it's got even extra clean because we've replaced the first V1 tube with a 12 AY7, which makes it even cleaner. So if you're the kind of person that wants to play jazz guitar, or you want a great sonic foundation to build with your pedals, it's a perfect amp.
So we've got a little pedal friendly, and you're going to give us a little sound, and this is the new Fender Elite Stratocaster.
Elite Stratocaster, and I'm going to go through the bass breakers. I'll start with the 7, 15, 18, 30, and 45, just so you know. I'm going to switch over to the 18-watt side of it.
That has a wonderful sound. If you haven't been down to the Fender exhibit at NAMM 2016, get yourself down here. There's some really good stuff out here right now. Thanks for taking some time with us.
Thank you.
This is Brian signing off from BackStage360.